is now saying, over my dead body will Shedeur get a shot. This is all-time shameful on the part of Kevin Stefanski. He won't even speak Shedeur's name in these interview sessions. There's just a principle involved here. Stefanski showing you once and for all, I didn't want to draft him. I don't like his attitude. And above all, he fears his father. He fears that if Shedeur ever gets a hold of the starting quarterback job in Cleveland, before you know it, Dion will replace Kevin Stefanski as the next head coach of the Cleveland Browns. If Shedeur's ever going to get a shot here, it's only because Jimmy Haslam steps in and puts his foot down.
What you doing just to get your way going? Yeah, I see.
Made his second practice this week from a back stiffness and out there throwing the ball and looking pretty good. He's moving around. He's doing the things that he needs to be doing, getting ready for the New York Jets this weekend. Will Kevin Stefanski, the head coach, lists Shedeur Sanders as eligible to play.
Something wild just went down in Cleveland. One of those, did that really just happen moments that makes the whole city freeze. Fans are replaying clips like detectives, coaches are shifting in their seats, and right in the middle of it all, one player looks like he just cracked the football simulation. Forget everything you thought you knew about comebacks or locker room loyalty. This one flips the entire playbook upside down. If you're enjoying this madness, make sure to hit that subscribe button. It seriously helps the channel grow. Now picture this. Cleveland, the city where quarterbacks don't find end zones, they find therapy sessions. The same place that's been trusting the process longer than Wi-Fi has existed. And right now, that process looks like Kevin Stefanski pretending Shedeur Sanders isn't even on the roster. Like that one group project partner who suddenly went viral while you're still stuck building the PowerPoint. Here's the setup. Shedeur makes his epic return to practice.
Say this, I came to Cleveland to work for Kevin. That's really the reason I took this job 2 years ago. Think the world of him, still think the world of him. Really, fortunate for the support he's given me over the last week, the support he's had for me over the last couple of years. I wanted to come to Cleveland to work for Kevin. I think the timing of it, you have a bye week, you have some time to step away and look at things through a different perspective and want to create a spark for the offense. And, again, how I feel is whatever they want me to do, whatever's asking me to help us win games, that's what I want to do at the highest.
The cameras are flashing, teammates are fired up, the atmosphere is electric. And then there's Stefanski, watching the comeback story of the year unfold like it's a commercial break. The man just stands there with that classic face that screams, "I'm not mad, I'm just quietly irritated." You could feel the tension, part football drama, part soap opera showdown. Because let's be real, Cleveland football stopped being about X's and O's a long time ago. It's about storylines and cliffhangers now. And this one? It's pure reality TV chaos. Shedeur comes back from a supposed back injury, firing rockets, dancing through drills, smiling like the spotlight was built just for him. Meanwhile, Stefanski's out there acting like the kid doesn't even exist. You ever wave at someone across the room and they suddenly pretend to check their phone for no reason? That's Stefanski, the king of invisible replies. And of course, Mary Kay, the insider with sharper eyes than a sky drone, reports that Shedeur looked perfectly fine. Loose, light, launching perfect passes. Everything except injured. She paints it clear. Shedeur's out there laughing, cracking jokes, owning the field like it's a Gatorade shoot. Meanwhile, the Browns staff is stuck in medical drama mode. Oh, his back's acting up, he's limited. Limited where?
What's really going on with Shedeur Sanders? The Browns keep saying he's progressing, but fans are starting to think something bigger is happening.
Thing for Shedeur Sanders. And the offense isn't any better. And I got news for you. It ain't getting any better with Tommy Rees calling plays either. If you think that this whole play caller, that's all a mirage. That's all a, what do they call it, fugazi or whatever? That's all that is.
Fugazi's a term, yes.
Yeah, that's all it is. It's, dangle the shiny object, look here, while the disaster's going on. You think that's a decoy?
That's a distraction technique?
100%.
They're basically playing three-card money with us in that regard?
It's not going to get...
Emotionally? Because physically, the man's moving like he's running on Wi-Fi. And anyone who's followed Shedeur Sanders knows he doesn't do minor. He was built for prime time, not excuses. The man's played through chaos, pressure, and defensive lines that look like stampedes. So when you hear back injury, it sounds about as real as a technical issue after a bad halftime show. But hey, this is Cleveland, the city where logic takes a timeout. Stefanski tells reporters no reason to let the Jets know what's happening. Translation? He doesn't know what's happening. He just wants to sound mysterious about it. Apparently, strategy in Cleveland now means confusing your own fans. Now let's talk about those Jets. Sitting at 1-7, running their season like a clearance sale. Half their defense missing, morale buried somewhere under the bleachers. Yet Stefanski's out here acting like revealing Shedeur's status is top secret playoff intel. As if saying he'll start would spark a national security alert. Newsflash, the only people watching this matchup are diehards and folks too lazy to find the remote. Shedeur's comeback should have been a storybook moment, a breath of fresh energy in the gray cloud of Cleveland football. Instead, what did we get? Silence so awkward it echoed through the practice field. The guy brings life, confidence, hope, and the coach turns away like charisma is contagious.
Wouldn't you, just to see if it does anything to the offense, give him an opportunity to go in there and play?
Yeah, obviously my focus is where we are right now, Mary Kay. That's not my focus.
If he had said to you guys, hey, I want to play, I can play, I mean, would that have factored into this at all? Or what was the thinking behind that and how'd that go?
Yeah, he obviously came in Saturday with his back injury. We were hopeful that he'd be able to move around well enough to suit up on Sunday, but put him through a pregame warm up, and obviously just didn't feel like he was ready to.
Imagine watching your quarterback launch perfect spirals after weeks of injury talk, and your first move is to look the other way. That's like spotting your ex living their best life and pretending you didn't see it. The irony is unreal. Stefanski's been begging for a spark all season, sitting at 2-6. With an offense flatter than a soda left open overnight. Fans are out here praying for anything to believe in again, just one reason to cheer. Then boom, Shedeur Sanders walks in like a movie scene, full of confidence, rhythm, swagger. And suddenly everyone else on the field looks like they forgot what sport they're playing. But instead of soaking it in, Stefanski doubles down on that poker face. He's got that manager at a meeting vibe, pretending the intern's idea wasn't the best one in the room. You can practically hear him thinking, let's not get too excited, he's just QB2. QB2, please? He's the only quarterback in Cleveland right now who can move the ball without giving the crowd heartburn. Meanwhile, the media's running wild. Some are hyping up Shedeur's possible return. Others are nitpicking his attitude like confidence should come with a warning label in Ohio. You can tell they're nervous, because deep down they see it too. The rookie's got that it factor, and it's threatening to outshine every veteran who's been jogging through this playbook for months. And then there's Jerry Jeudy, talking about wanting more targets while dropping passes like it's a new social media challenge.
Kevin Stefanski done gave up play calling. Now, like he said, if it magically become better with Tommy Reese, the offensive coordinator, actually calling the play with Dylan Gabriel back at quarterback, then that tell me Kevin Stefanski is the problem. Your play calling is the problem. But at the same time, I don't think it's just Kevin Stefanski. I also think it's Dylan Gabriel. You know what I'm saying? Having the lowest air pass rating, like 2 yards of air time, never throwing passes over 20 yards, can't throw the ball downfield, can't see over the offensive line to throw.
Suddenly, everyone's got an excuse ready. New play caller, adjustment period, too much pressure. But here's a thought. You know what actually fixes pressure? A quarterback who makes plays happen. And that's exactly what Shedeur brings. Rhythm, timing, juice. Everything Cleveland's been missing. But instead of embracing that, Stefanski's treating Shedeur's presence like an uninvited guest at Thanksgiving dinner. You can feel the chill, that polite but cold, we'll see how it goes tone. Always reminding everyone that Bailey Zapp might step in. Oh, right, because confusion is exactly what this city needs more of. And don't even start with the back injury narrative. They keep throwing that phrase around like it's a magic spell to explain every awkward moment. The man's out there throwing darts, moving smooth, laughing between drills, but apparently his back's so bad he might explode if someone gives him a high five. Please, it's giving, we can't admit he's fine or the whole storyline collapses. The whole situation feels like one of those bad group chats where everyone's pretending everything's fine, but nobody's saying what's really happening. Stefanski's keeping secrets like he's running an undercover mission. Insiders dropping updates that sound like fortune cookie messages. And Shedeur's just out there vibing.
And I don't feel the need to make this about Dylan Gabriel, but I don't think there's been a day in Dylan Gabriel's life that he was better than Shedeur Sanders at quarterback.
Never.
And I don't think there ever will be. But my take is more about Shedeur, and we actually haven't talked about this in a while on our Buff show, so I'm glad we we have a chance to talk about it today, because my belief in Shedeur Sanders has not wavered one little bit. From the second I saw him coming from Jackson State to Colorado, I said, wow, this guy is an elite thrower of the football.
Clearly done with the nonsense. You can't help but laugh. Cleveland finally gets a quarterback who looks alive, and the reaction is discomfort. The same franchise that's been begging for life on offense suddenly looks terrified by too much of it. It's almost poetic. The Browns are allergic to good energy. Yet for all the chaos, something's shifting. Fans are waking up to it. That spark, that swagger, that calm confidence that once made college football fun again. It's creeping into a locker room that's been running on fumes. Shedeur's presence alone turns routine drills into mini highlight reels. And that's exactly what's rattling people. Because Stefanski's system hasn't inspired anyone in years. It's dry, predictable, safe. So when someone shows up who makes football exciting again, it's like watching a jazz musician crash a marching band rehearsal. Suddenly, the whole routine feels outdated. So Stefanski's pretending it's business as usual. But deep down, he knows the narrative's slipping away. Shedeur's energy doesn't fit his slow-tempo, control-heavy system.
Be added to the active roster this weekend against the New York Jets. Shedeur Sanders is back at practice. And I'm telling you, he's moving, he's looking good, and it's a good possibility. With the new offensive coordinator, that Shedeur Sanders could be QB2, and he could see some playing time against the New York Jets. We know Dillon Gabriel is the starting quarterback. He done started the last 4 games, and each game he have looked bad. He looked worse, but that's under the old offensive coordinator, which was his head.
He's flash, fire, fearless decisions. Everything Cleveland's offense isn't. Stefanski's system runs on spreadsheets, not sparks, and as game day creeps closer, you can feel the tension building. Jets fans are at home hoping to see Shedeur Sanders play just to make the game watchable. Browns fans are glued to Twitter like it's a heartbeat monitor. And then, boom! Shedeur steps out for warm-ups and everything shifts. The crowd wakes up, the energy flips, the cameras lock in, and even the air feels different. He fires off a few warm-up throws, smooth and confident, and suddenly everyone remembers what swagger looks like. Meanwhile, Stefanski's on the sideline acting like he's decoding the Dead Sea Scrolls instead of calling plays. You almost feel bad for the guy. Almost. Because this stopped being about football a long time ago. It's about control.
Reported that Shedeur Sanders was back at Browns practice. They showed a video footage showing Shedeur Sanders in practice along with images. And then they turn around and put negative narratives out there about him. Make it make sense. Earlier today, Kevin Stefanski also reported Shedeur Sanders would be back in practice today. Mary Kay just gave us a late update as far as what she saw with
Stefanski built a system where everything runs on his rhythm, his timing, his rules. But then Shedeur walks in and blows it all up. Pure chaos, but the kind that wins games. Instead of embracing it, Stefanski's hanging onto his old formula like it's a lifeline. Classic NFL coach move. Scared of the one player who might make you look replaceable. Because let's be real, if Shedeur gets a real shot and lights it up, the story changes instantly. Suddenly, it's not about Stefanski's system. It's about Shedeur's swagger. And no coach wants that headline, especially not in Cleveland, where head coaches rotate faster than quarterbacks. But here's the thing. Shedeur doesn't need Stefanski's approval. His whole career's been built on proving people wrong. Every step, every throw, every snap screams the same message. Hype isn't luck, it's earned. So when he shows up to practice dancing through drills, throwing rockets, and lifting everyone's energy, that's not cockiness. That's leadership. You can't coach that. You can't fake that.
Oh, it's not going to translate from Jackson State to Colorado. And I used to say, he puts the ball wherever he wants to. Like, that translates no matter what field you're playing on. He has top-tier ball placement. I believed it. It was right at Colorado, and I fully believe that it's going to be right when he gets his opportunity to play in the NFL. Like, he has a special trait when it comes to accuracy and placing the football. So it's really odd to me the way that he's been treated from the draft all the way till now.
Crazy.
And even the
And that's exactly why some folks in Cleveland look uneasy. Because deep down, they know what this is. This isn't another rebuild. It's real change. The kind that doesn't ask permission. The kind that shakes the walls. And no amount of team meetings or injury excuses can hide it. Stefanski can ignore Shedeur all he wants. Pretend the comeback wasn't electric. Pretend the crowd wasn't buzzing. But everyone saw it. The fans saw it. The players felt it. And the cameras caught it. They saw the future. And whether Stefanski admits it or not, Shedeur's already changed this team's rhythm. Every throw, every snap, every sideline shot of Stefanski's poker face tells the same story. Cleveland is moving to a new beat now, and it's his. So yeah, the comeback was epic, and that cold shoulder made it even juicier. But hey, that's Cleveland, where football is just another form of theater.
That can help inject some life into the team as well now that that has passed, and this is the team going forward, and they can all focus.
Yeah, I understand the question, Daryl. I don't know how much guys spend time thinking about those type of things. I know it's speculative, and I know there's plenty of news outlets that cover those type of things, and that's what you have to do. But our guys don't spend much time on that. We kind of keep our focus where it is, and so that's the sense I've got.
And right now, Shedeur Sanders is the main character. Somewhere on that sideline, Stefanski's still pretending not to see it, hoping nobody else notices. Spoiler alert, we already did. Because the second Shedeur steps on that field, Cleveland remembers what fun feels like. The crowd jumps, the players move sharper, even the field seems to breathe again. And Stefanski? Standing there, arms crossed, pretending it's all part of the plan. Like resurrecting the offense was some happy accident. It's almost funny. You've got a coach preaching discipline like a monk, trying to cage a quarterback who plays like a mixtape. Shedeur's out there turning football into music, improvised, electric, unpredictable, and impossible to copy. Meanwhile, Stefanski's gripping his laminated play sheet like it's sacred text. The two couldn't be more opposite if they tried. But that's what makes it beautiful. Shedeur is everything the Browns have been missing. Confidence without apology, rhythm without hesitation, style without doubt. When he steps on the field, even the camera crew gets better angles. The man doesn't need to say a word. His presence alone turns dull reps into highlight reels. And the fans? Oh, they feel it too.
Clear as day that it's some going on while he went in the fifth, and it's clear as day that it's still some going on with him.
I appreciate your passion for Shedeur because I know everybody loves him, but there is no rush to just throw him in there right now. There's no rush. Just take a deep breath.
What's the rush?
You rush him out there, he don't have success, and then
you're trying to win games.
No,
we play to win football games. That's what we're trying to do here. We got a good run game. We got a defense. Let's try to win a game. What we doing?
You throwing him in a mess.
What's the mess? The mess is he's the mess. You got a personal vendetta against him. Get the on. No matter what, Stefanski got.
They've sat through years of mediocrity dressed up as rebuilding, and they're tired of clapping for almost wins. So when they watch Shedeur sling a pass with that chip on his shoulder, they know this isn't just another kid trying to fit in. This isn't just a player making noise. This is someone rewriting the entire energy of the Cleveland Browns. And Stefanski? He's stuck right in the middle of it. You can practically hear his thoughts screaming, if I ignore him long enough, maybe the spotlight moves on. But it won't. Not this time, because football's brutal like that. Real talent can't be silenced. It forces its way onto the field no matter how tight you hold the clipboard, even when the coach tries to hide behind protocols and evaluations, and the truth always breaks through. Sooner or later, Cleveland's going to face the choice they've been dodging for weeks. Stick with the same safe, predictable plan, or finally embrace the chaos that might actually work. Because Shedeur Sanders isn't asking for permission, he's taking his moment. He's writing his own story, one throw, one drive, one highlight at a time. And no stack of coaching cliches can erase it. That's the real issue here. In a city that's mastered the art of almost winning, Shedeur doesn't fit. He's not built for caution or careful progress. He's built for comebacks, for chaos, for rewriting the script right there on live TV. Stefanski can keep pretending not to see him, acting like the spotlight's still his. But the rest of the world already does. And they're not just watching, they're waiting. Because they can feel what's coming next. A new chapter, a new rhythm, a new spark in Cleveland that no coach can contain. So if you're feeling that same energy, do the thing. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. The story's just getting started. And trust me, you don't want to miss what comes next.